This is what happens when you let illegal immigrants into this country. So, of course, guys, with the illegals that are coming here and being let into this country because no one's stopping them, like I said in a couple of videos, nothing good comes from opening a border up and letting migrants or illegal immigrants flood in the way they are. So, of course, now that they're flooding in, we all know, at least the simplest person can figure out that if you have open borders the way we do down south, you're going to let in bad element because you're letting these people come in unchecked. There's no checks and balances. The border's wide open like a floodgate, and people are just pouring in. And they're pouring in from all over the world. Not just South and Central America. We have the Chinese, Europeans, Africans, all flooding in here. Now, when you let people flood into any place unchecked, the BS comes along with it. The bullshit, the savages, the crime guys, they all come following in. And what is New York City experiencing right now? A crime wave from illegal immigrants. These guys are coming here, guys, to this city because they know that they can get away with a lot of shit. They know they can get away with everything. As we saw them beat up 2 cops, the illegal immigrants, that is, they beat up 2 cops, and all of them but one were set free with no bail. One was held on bail, but the rest of them weren't. They were able to move on and get out of there. And not only do they move on, they walk out of the courtroom sticking their middle finger up because with smirks on their face because they knew that they got away with it. Fine. Now, what do those guys do? 4 of them get caught in Arizona, Phoenix, Arizona, to be exact. They get caught down there, and they were arrested and charged. Now, I don't know what they were arrested for down there. Nonetheless, they got caught because they skipped town here in New York. Because you don't have any bail. They gave fake names, and they went free. And they went into the wind. But they got caught because they're stupid. With that, guys, they know that they could beat up cops and get away with it. That is a bad sign. When illegals are now probably texting each other and sitting at Taco Bell eating tacos and shit, talking about, oh, we beat up 2 cops and we got out of jail without paying any bail. And now they're like, whoa, we can absolutely run circles around the police department because they're not going to do anything about it. We can start our own crime wave and our own crime syndicate because no one's going to stop us. So now the migrants are here in New York City on scooters, committing crimes, robbing people, taking their shit, holding them up, guns, using knives or guns to hold them up. They're driving by and snatching shit out of people's hands because they're using scooters. Now, some people are sitting there wondering, how did migrants come to this country and get a scooter? These scooters that they buy, they're cheap. They're like dirt cheap. I could show you stores in the Bronx that are selling these mopeds or scooters for like next to nothing. These guys pull their money together to get a bike or moped and start robbing people. Now, they're focused mainly on women, but there was a robbery here in New York where they focused on whoever was outside, and it happened to be 4 people, 2 chicks, 2 dudes. And they went there and they robbed them. They took whatever was on them. They weren't digging their pockets that deep, but they did pull out, I think, some cash from one guy, and they took a watch and a phone from another guy and whatever the chick had in her purse. They were pretty fast about it, and then they jumped on their scooters and they took off. This is now adding to the crime wave that we were already seeing from New Yorkers, regular New Yorkers. They're adding to it now because they know that they can get away with anything. Because the other thing, guys, is they get arrested, they go into the system with their fake name, they get out with no bail, and then they skip town. And they're going to be doing this all over. Now, they're probably going to start learning there's certain states you can't do this shit in, like Arizona, Texas, anywhere down south. You're not going to be able to get away with that. They know that they can go to liberal cities like here, New York, California, here, Chicago, LA, and get away with that shit. Probably go to Oregon and or Washington State and get away with it there in Portland or Seattle. There's a lot of places, guys, that they can fucking just get away with this shit. Because they're going to start learning how that they can get away with this stuff. Now, what can we do as preppers? Well, women, you got to keep your head on the swivel. A lot of women, and a lot of the videos I'm watching, women are walking around aimlessly. You need to, first of all, have a purpose when you're walking the street. Point A to point B. That's number one. Number two, you got to keep your head on the swivel. When you walk in the street, you shouldn't be looking at your phone. Your phone should be away. And you should be focusing on your environment and your surroundings, knowing what's going on. You hear a moped, step to the inside of the block. Don't stay on the street. Though a lot of these mopeds are jumping on the sidewalk. But you hear a moped on the sidewalk, turn around. Don't act like it's not coming for you. Have your guard up. If you live in a state where you're carrying, carry. If you have mace on you, ladies, have the mace in your hand. So when you're walking down a block from point A to point B, you hear somebody on a scooter ready to pull up on you, you jump, turn around, scare the shit out of them, and spray them in their face. And they're on mopeds, guys. They're on fucking Vespas. Kick it over. All right, they're not on Vespas. Vespas are a little more expensive. But kick it over, guys. Then how intimidating can that really be? The guy rolling up with you on a fucking scooter, looking at you all hard and shit. Just fucking kick the thing over. Watch him fall over with it and then run. This is for you ladies. If you guys, have at it. Beat the balls off of them if you can. Give them elbows, knees, stomp. Do whatever the hell you have to do. Teach these fucking people a lesson. They are coming here and committing crimes because they get away with it because they know the cops are not going to do anything and the system's not going to do anything. But they forgot about citizens. And a lot of us are going to start doing some harmful shit to them. Harmful shit to them. Because it has to be done. Because they have to learn the lesson. Because if it doesn't get done, guys, it's going to go unchecked. And this crime wave is only going to get worse. It's going to get more brazen. Because nothing is being done. When you don't check people, you don't check situations, things get worse. And this is only going to get worse. Anyway, guys, this is the Angry Prepper. Thank you for watching.